Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Test Pack Please Ignore 2. So at the end of my last episode, I had been getting my multi-farm set up. So if we have a quick hop up there, I need to find the nearest travel anchor. I don't think we've produced any cherries yet, but basically they are still growing. As you can see, some of these are getting quite dark. So the original colour is like this yellowy colour, and as they start to grow darker, that basically means they're getting closer and closer to being harvestable. So I'm hoping soon I might have some cherries come through there, but it's a work in progress. I just got to leave it to it. It'll produce cherries over time. I even made a travel anchor off camera, so that this whole kind of area was chunk loaded as well, which was quite important. But for today, I'm back with the bees because I think finally I have enough scented paneling to actually make my first alveary. So let's actually craft up all of the alveary blocks first. Let me just double check something. So alveary. In terms of all the other things for it, so mutator, frame housing, rain shield, alveary lighting, hatchery. Yeah, all of these all require an alveary fans and heaters and hydro regulator. I'm not sure what that's for. Stabilizer, sieve. I'm not sure what the siev's for actually. Interesting. I have to look up some of these, but yeah, basically I'm going to need to craft all of these scented panelings and impregnated casing into alveary blocks. So what we need to do is basically take all of these, craft them up. There we go. So is this going to make 27? Nope. Okay, we're like 2 short. Which, let me have a quick look-see. There we go, 2. Perfect. Right. So I've actually got a full alveary, which is 27 blocks. As you can see, it's quite expensive, and it's taken me a little while to actually save up enough for it. What I'm actually going to do quick is I'm going to chop all these trees down. Oh, Christ on a cracker, that was a bad idea. Yeah, I don't actually want to have these trees up anymore. Now I've got the hill cherries producing. I'm probably going to limit the number of trees I'm actually using. So let me go grab some wood quick, as I'm going to need a little bit to fill in the holes. I'm looking for let's take the redwood. Let's make a stack. There we go. Here we go. So what we should do now is, there we go, that's better. So it's not actually cutting into the ground, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. Okay, so also for this episode, once I've actually finished setting up my first alveary, what I'm also going to do is actually what's the word I'm looking for? Actually overhaul all of these apiaries as well. I'm going to have a little experiment. I'm going to see if I can use Ender Eye's item ducts to do a similar job here. See if that actually works. Let me also get rid of this wood as well. I don't want these. There we go. So did I get any interesting saplings down from them? No, not really. So I'll have to sort all this out off camera in a bit. But for now, let's get this alveary set up. So I'm going to need a few things. So let me take a look at, let's go back to the alveary block. So I'm going to need a couple of things first. So before we actually construct the alveary, I'm actually going to need to, let me just chuck these away somewhere. Why didn't any of those vacuum hoppers suck them up? That is really annoying. There we go, that's better. And again. Yeah, so I'm going to do a few things. Let me sleep for the night as well. So yeah, I'm going to need to turn a few of these alveary blocks into certain bits and bobs. So one of the ones I'm going to need, so let's actually right click on the alveary blocks. I'm going to need a mutator to actually start mutating bees. I'm going to need 3 frame housings to actually improve the productivity of the bees in the alveary. I'm going to need a rain shield. I'm going to need an alveary lighting, and I think I'm also possibly going to need a hatchery, but I don't know about that one yet. So I think that's everything I'm going to need. So let me have a quick look at that. So we're going to need some of these electron tubes. So for the mutator, we're going to need diamantine electron tubes. For the frame housing, we're going to need golden ones. For the rain shield, we're going to need golden ones. Okay, so this is fairly straightforward. So for the ones we're going to need, so we need some diamonds. So let's grab half a stack of diamonds and some gold, say for example. So let's grab a little bit of U. So we also need some redstone. There we go. So if we go over to the thermionic fabricator, this is what we want. So let me clear all you out. So the redstone can stay the same, and then what we're going to need to do is, there we go, so we want some diamantine electron tubes. Perfect, so we only need the 4, I think. But then in terms of the, oh yeah, so apparently that's made two lots before we can actually sort that out, but we will need more later on. So let's also grab think 4 lots of gold electron tubes will be fine, so just clear out you. We also managed to get some silver lime saplings, which I don't really want, but I'll get rid of them in a second. Okay, so we've got golden electron tubes, we've got diamantine electron tubes, so let me go back to alveary block. Okay, in terms of a mutator, so let's right click on you, we grab one of you like so. So we need a mutator for more advanced mutations. I'll explain how this works in a minute. We're going to need some frame housing, so let me grab, what am I missing from that? Iron alveary block. That's really weird. It's not only let me do it one at a time. Very, very bizarre. Okay, so we're going to need about 3 of these to make the maximum efficiency in terms of the alveary's production. We're going to need a rain shield. What this is going to allow us to do is, once we actually make it, I keep forgetting to right click. Apparently I've run out of bricks, so yeah, let me grab some clay then. Unless there's some happen to be in here, which there is. Okay, never mind. I've not run out of bricks at all. They're all just nestled in there. So let me... Oops, I just realised I've got the IRC chat still on, so let me disconnect for a second. Yeah, let me put that away. Lime wood can go away, as can saplings and string. Right, where were we? Okay, so yes, I wanted to go back to alveary before it annoyingly cleared it off. I think I know what's going on. It's got, because I've updated it to 0.2.3, it's then reset my NEI, so it's gone to automatic search. So whatever's in here will also come up here as well. So, if there's nothing there, it'll clear here, which is kind of annoying. But so let me try the rain shield again. So basically, this is going to allow my alveary to run in the rain, which is pretty cool. So I don't have to worry about actually my bees not producing anything while it's raining. And then finally get alveary lighting, so we don't have to worry about our bees not producing anything when it's when the sun isn't shining, which is pretty sweet. So let's actually start to construct an alveary. So I'm also going to need a few more things. I'm also going to need some slabs. So redwood slabs should be fine. I don't know if they'll work, but we'll give it a go. So let's start constructing the alveary. So we're going to start off with a 3x3 base, like so. Nice and simple. We're then going to need to put in some of the special machines around the middle. So let me put all this in. So let me put the 3 frame housings on this side. We'll put in the alveary lighting and the rain shield at the back, just so they're out of the way. We'll then have the mutator at the front here so we can access it. And then what we need to do is just finish constructing this like so, with the rest of the alveary blocks. Boom. To finish off the alveary, to turn it into its multi-block structure, we then need to grab some slabs, place it on top, and boom, that should have made an alveary. Oh, is it because I'm indoors? It might be because I'm indoors, I don't know. Let me also disable you. Maybe it's because this is touching, I'm not entirely sure. Ah, there we go. I think it's because the, what's it called? The redstone engine was touching it, so if I, for example, put that there, switch you on, is that working? Oh, there we go, that's working again now. Right, okay, so yeah, the alveary is now complete. So it looks very similar to an apiary in terms of its interface when you actually click on the blocks. But like I said, we've got these additional things. So we can actually put frames in the frame housing. So the frame housing holds 1 high frame to alter a bee's traits. But what we're basically going to be doing is putting these impregnated frames into the housing. So how are we doing in terms of... Okay, so that seed oil is pressing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make up some frames so we can actually increase the productivity inside this one. We've also got the mutator. So possible mutagens, we've got Eye of Ender, Soul Sand, and Ender Pearl. I think you can also use uranium ore. So that's basically what's going to net us the best. Let me grab some uranium ore quick. See if this works. Hopefully it will. Otherwise it says possible mutagens and it's like no uranium ore. Like, oh god, what does that mean? Yes, so I can't actually put uranium ore in now. That's weird, but yeah. So possible mutagens haven't come. Uranium ore doesn't show up. This is the best one that you can use. So basically, each of these increases the percentage chance of a successful mutation, and uranium ore does it 10 times. So you can use nether stars, but they increase the mutation chance by 100 times. So they basically produce a successful mutation of 2 bees every time, but what you end up getting is swarmers, so they end up dying after a certain number of cycles, whereas uranium is probably your best bet because it increases it tenfold. So for most mutations, say for example, let me look at seed oil, because there's one type of bee that I wanted to try and produce. So let me have a look at this. So you get it from nut dew, which actually produces 200 millibuckets of seed oil. You get nut dew from seedy combs, So in terms of CD combs, you get 10% chance from farmed queens. So to get farmed queens, you need meadows and farmerly, and to get farmerly, we need rural and unweary, and to get rural, we need meadows and diligent. Now at the moment, is restricted to plains-like biomes. It's fine, but so we might have to do this elsewhere later on. But let me have a quick look at this. So I might not be able to mutate this here. I don't know yet. So what we need is it farmed? Yeah, farmed. So we need to go farmed queen, farmerly, and then rural. So meadows and diligent. Let me see if I can actually do this, because if this mutator is working, so I think I did try start doing it with just with an apiary, but it wasn't really working. I don't know if that's because. So let me grab a diligent drone and a meadows princess. We'll see if this works. So basically, with the mutator in place, what we then need to do is chuck in the meadows princess and the diligent drone. So this is looking like a fairly plains biome, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know if I've got any kind of plains types biomes around here or not, but I might have to go and find one at some point. I don't know if redwood forest counts as plains type biome, but this might not work basically. So it's going to take a long time to mutate. So work in progress. I like that. The new tooltip actually shows you how long it's taking for a bee to actually do something. So yeah, so this is basically just going to work up while we're doing other stuff, but I also need to grab some impregnated sticks. So we're out of I've got bloody bees coming out at me left, right and centre. Let me chuck some of these away. Yeah, I also want to get some seed oil in place for impregnated casings. I've got a couple of spare apiaries, which is good because, like I said, at this point I want to start overhauling my apiary setup to actually produce the optimal number of combs. Now we're actually getting to the point where we've got alvearies. I want to basically get as many of these set up as possible, mutate a load of interesting bees up, and actually then just produce resources that way. So I want to increase the productivity of all my apiaries as well. But where was I? What I wanted to do was machine frames. So I think what I've done is actually put loads of string back away in my ME system, but this should be enough for what I want. So there we go, got some impregnated frames. Now I don't want to put these in the frame housing yet while I'm actually still mutating bees. So let me go grab a chest or two from here. So get chest. Oops a daisy, did not mean to go out from mini chests. Oops a daisy, let me make a chest already, there we go. A couple of chests, and then what I want to do is turn these into golden chests. So 2 iron chests into golden chests, there we go, perfect. If we head back over to the bees, I'm just going to drop down a chest around here somewhere, chuck in some of these frames like so, as well as the electron tubes, possibly some gold, don't know what else really, but there we go. I think that should be fine for now. Let me just sort out my inventory. Right, yeah, so in terms of optimizing my apiaries, now I'm going to want some item ducts. So let me go have a quick look for item conduits, sorry, even. Do I actually have any chests in the system? I do, which is exactly what I want. So if we go back over to the bees, what I want to try out is, yeah, this is actually trying to mutate another cultivated princess from Rocky Princess, but let me grab you for now. Oh, God's sake, I hate these vacuum hoppers at times, but let me put in some of these soul frames as they're kind of defunct now, as we do actually have the mutator instead. So where was I? So let me try something out. So what I want to do first of all is if we grab an apiary, if we drop down, I'm going to need some some item filters as well. So let me grab some item filters. Is this going to work? I'm just trying to think if yeah, I'm going to need a load of item filters, I think. So let me get item filter. That's not what I want. So these are quite expensive, these item filters, but they are pretty useful. So let me make a load more chests. There we go. What we then want to do is make, I don't know, 10 hoppers for now. I want to try this out. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but okay, so apparently we're out of paper. Can I make any more paper? Do I actually have the possibility of making paper? I do have a little bit, but not a whole hell of a lot. I'm sure there's a better way. Oh, I've got sawdust here. There we go, that's better. Let's make some more item filters. There we go. Perfect. Let's also sleep for the night. So yeah, what I want to try and do is basically do something like this, but with these item conduits instead. So, but I'm going to need to do it with like apiaries pipes. So let me drop you down and then actually get the item conduit. So if we have you going around like so, and then having a chest on top. Now I'm just wondering, so that's going to be just insert only, as is that. That's going to be extract without signal. So I'm just hoping that, let me say for example, let's get, I should have a cultivated queen around here somewhere. There we go. Just wondering how long this has got left to, in terms of breeding downwards. Okay, sky obstructed from here. Why is the sky, oh, is that tree? Okay. Oh, I didn't, that's why it's obstructed as well. Not because of the tree, it's because I've actually put an apiary on top instead of a chest. Like a big old dummy. There we go. That should be better. Sky obstructed now. It still says sky obstructed. Oh, I see what. Oh, yeah. I see what I'm doing wrong here. Let me get you back, and then what I want to do is have the chest there instead. I think would be a better idea. So have that as insert. Sky obstructed. Does the conduit count as an obstruction then? Maybe. No, let me have a quick look at it from here. What can I see? Ah, yeah, that is obstructed by that one. So let me just zoom out real quick. Try this again. So I think it was this one right here. Let me just dig downwards for a second. There we go, that should be fine now. Is that better? Yeah, that should be better. Yeah, there's some leaves in the way now, so just got to get rid of them. Oops, daisy, did not mean to do that. Now, is it saying sky obstructed? No, it is not. So let's try this again. So if we place you down, make sure your insert, your extract. Okay, so what I want to do is have a item blacklist for cultivated princesses. So do I actually have a spare cultivated princess? No, I do not, which is kind of annoying. Got cultivated queens, but no cultivated princesses right now. So we have to wait for this one to kind of finish doing its thing. How are we doing on this one? This is about 68% of the way through. And as you can see, even without any frames in here, I'm actually getting honeycombs from this, which is pretty crazy. It's pretty efficient. Once you've got the frames in there, this thing is just a monster in terms of actually producing combs. So I'll actually be having kind of like different bees in here at different times when I'm not mutating to actually produce as many resources as possible. So how are we doing on this one? 73% of the way through. So I'm hoping this is going to work. So what I want to do is basically tell this to block cultivated princesses. So hopefully cultivated drones will still go in here. Actually saying that, I could have this as in out. And in terms of the extract, I could have that extract without signal and have that, so we'll extract drones and try and put them back in here, but it won't actually then, so once I can actually blacklist cultivated princesses, I can then, yeah, this can actually work really well. So I can blacklist cultivated princesses, but it'll always try and put the drones in there, and everything else will actually go into there. And I could also then, in theory, blacklist combs from there. So I think that when that shouldn't actually insert combs back into the apiary. It should just put them directly into the chest. So this should actually be pretty compact once I've got this all sorted. So just a few item conduits. I want to test it obviously as well. So let me grab some impregnated casings, so just want to see if it'll actually produce some combs before it runs out, which would be quite nice. See if it actually just inserts them into the chest, or whether or not it tries to put them back into the apiary. I don't know if this is going to work, but I just want to try it out. So I'm just trying to make this whole setup more efficient, so I can have more apiaries running at once, kind of thing. So I'm trying to get more seed oil. We've run out of seeds. We have run out of seeds. Let me go and grab some from my pumpkin farm. Okay, let me just grab all of these. There we go. I'll also check the multi-farm just to see if that's actually produced anything yet. No, it has not, so we're still waiting for cherries to grow. Yeah, some of them are almost there. We're just waiting, obviously, for the last few to come through. Back to the bees. So let me turn some pumpkins into pumpkin seeds so we can actually get these squeezing. There we go, put the rest into there. Right, does that produce any combs? It did produce a comb, and it put it in there and not in there. That's awesome. So I think this system could work. So I will be, like, if this little setup works, I will be demolishing all of this and resetting it up with with the Ender IO setup instead, so I can have 10 at the moment in terms of the basic item filters. So I'm going to try and grab the cultivated princess from here before it. I don't know. You'll either go into there or go into here, but I want to try and grab it before it. There you go. Let me grab the cultivated princess. Let me blacklist the princess from there so it never goes in there. Which should now work. As you saw, that was pretty quick. So that looks like that is working pretty darn well. So let me get the rest of this set up. So I'll get rid of the item hoppers first. And the beauty of this is that because these Ender IO conduits are quite smart, it won't try and put uncompatible drones back into an apiary or just dump any incompatible drones there, whereas these pipes won't do that. So I'm just going to like demolish this whole setup and actually get a wiggle on with let me just kind of start demolishing everything here. Here we go. I will need the flowers back down, so let me just drop them back down over here quick. Otherwise it'll be like, no flowers. I'll be like, I'm sorry. There we go. So I don't think this I don't think this is actually going to work. This particular mutation isn't actually going to work in this biome. I think I'm going to have to go and find a plains type biome to actually do this particular mutation. So let me dump some stuff. So I'm going to make a dump chest here. That sounds pretty rude, but so anything that I don't want in the chest, so I'm going to start just dropping random things in here. I want the drones and stuff, so chests I want. I want you out. I want to put you away at some point. Oops-a-daisy. Wow, that was a hell of a lot of Imperial drones, so let me put anything like this away in here. So I've got Imperial Queens. What I want is my axe. There we go, just so I can demolish these chests. There we go. Grab all them out. Okay, so my inventory is now full. The kind of thing I want to drop in here is like silver lime saplings. Ooh, raw jelly can go in this one. Combs can go in that one. Yeah, so yeah, what I want to do is let's start getting this set up. So dropping in all of these drones into here. So these queens, yeah, that's fine. So I can drop them in there. Cultivated drone can go in there. Right, so we're almost done here. Let me just finish demolishing all of this. Right, so I need to drop a load of things back in here. So more drones, of course. More saplings, which we want to get rid of. Let me also go and dump some stuff in my ME system. So things I don't need right now, like oak wood, dirt, cobblestone I might need, depending on what bees I've got. Redstone engine can go in there, as can the lever. Do have a rocky queen. Oh, right, I know what I was doing there. So that was my, if we grab one of my apiaries, I want to just put you down there. We'll also put a cobblestone, and then you can go in there with the cultivated drones. So I'm trying to breed that up into another cultivated one. Right, this needs to come down. Oops-a-daisy. Okay, so we've got all you demolished. Okay, that's made a horrible mess. Let me carry on getting rid of things. I can also get rid of this trash can. Like so, if I could actually pick anything up. Cultivated drones. Oops, I want the queens. Oh, I actually got quite a lot of honeycomb there. That's quite nice. Let's drop in the transport pipes. So yeah, let's get rid of all this. Got some more wood, but hey ho. How's this doing? So this is producing, which is cool. So I'm wondering how I'm going to fit this in. So this takes up a 2x2 space. 2x2 or 2x3? It's like 2x3. Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do is get rid of that torch. We'll place one down there for now. So in terms of my apiaries, I want to have you there, and then that needs to be one to the. In theory, I could actually have the. No, this could be 2x2 because what I could actually do is have the chest like above this one. So let me grab a chest back. So the chest could go there, and then what we can then do is have that as in out, extract without, like so. Where's the item filter? Yeah. My item filter got walkies? I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, it's a pre-configured one, I'm guessing. Where'd it go? Oh, is it like in here? Let me put that chest back down. Let me... Yes, there's the item filter. It's still in there. So that's really weird. I did not know it did that. I would have thought the item filter might have popped out, but yeah, that's configured one. There we go. Can put you back. Right, so yeah, I can do this in a whole 2x2 little setup. So I can literally just have you going like that, and then a chest goes there. And then we can just work along and kind of have one there. Yeah, no, let's have this a bit neater. So I don't want them like conflicting with each other. So we have a 2 gap in between each one. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. And then I can have kind of multiple ones like so. Have this all set up. I like this. This is going to work out well. So I won't finish doing this off camera, but so for example, it's just going to literally just look like this. So, oops-a-daisy. There we go. So yeah, we can do this all with item conduits. I love how powerful these conduits are. They are really quite snazzy. Ender.io have done a really good job with these. So let me place all the chests down like this. So yeah, I'm going to get like loads and loads of bees basically working here, getting me loads and loads of combs. So hopefully in future, making more of these alvearies is going to be a bit quicker. Which would be nice. So we can actually start to breed up some interesting ones in future episodes. So let me also just dump these impregnated casings in these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, so I'm going to need to get my seed oil production a little bit faster, get more frames and stuff on the go. So like I said, this is why I wanted to set up the multi-farm, to actually kind of keep my frames in production. Does a bit of lag there, very weird. I'm hovering around 44 frames per second, which is not particularly good. If I stand still, I go up to like over 60, but apparently moving around is not particularly good for me. But yeah, what I'm also going to do, let me just drop in. So I can do the same thing with this alveary as well. So in theory, I could just have like some item conduits just going in and out of this one as well. And doing exactly the same thing with the chest and stuff. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So we've been fairly productive with the bees today. I've got a new way of automating my apiaries. I've got my alveary set up with the possibility of mutating things, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that mutation actually took up a uranium ore, so it uses 1 uranium ore per mutation. So that's a thing. But yeah, so I'm probably just going to leave the episode here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.